What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of SmackDown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Cody Rhodes has already sold his soul, a new TKO policy enrages WWE employees, are more WWE cuts coming, Bayley's bad booking becomes a storyline, a superstar safe after a scary spot on SmackDown, a former WCW legend loses his leg, Rikishi wants to return to WWE, was that Samantha Irvin, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now, as always, we won't recap the matches, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good, as number 1, Solo Sikoa Comedy Hour. Solo Sikoa may be the worst leader of our faction, but you can't deny his humor. Solo's sorry attempt to set up Jacob Fatu led to pure comedy gold when the US champion was arrested for staging an accident and taken away in cuffs, all the while protesting he be set free. Number 2, Cody crosses the line. Wade Barrett made the moment even better when he speculated Cody is putting victory over virtue by fighting fire with fire against the undisputed champion, especially Cody blasting Cena with the title belt John has been using on his opponents. But that's just the beginning, as some fans sense what appears to be the start of a double turn for Cena and Rhodes. Number 3, Indie Star shines as cop. Our wrestling fans know that today's background extras could turn into tomorrow's superstars or even champion. Just look at Sheamus and Damian Priest. This is something indie wrestler Jimmy House is well aware of. House made the most of his time on SmackDown as a member of law enforcement when he seamlessly slapped the cuffs on Solo Sikoa and escorted him into a police car. Seriously, that spot was smooth as butter. Fans even took to social media praising House, and House replied, "I appreciate that, thank you." Are we now seeing the headliner for WrestleMania 48? Number 4, a fantastic Fatal 4-Way match. Last night's number 1 contenders match for the WWE Tag Team Championship was electric, and while some fans argue the match should have been saved for SummerSlam and booked for the tag titles, as this is another instance where the tag team titles are not going to be defended on a PLE, at least fans got to see DIY, Phoenix and Andrade, the Motor City Machine Guns, and Fraction showcase their skills in an unforgettable fight. Number 5, Charlotte vs. Raquel was good. Raquel Rodriguez seems to be turning a corner in terms of her in-ring work. Raquel has a great look, but her timing in the ring has been an issue for years. Last night's bout against Charlotte Flair, who obviously deserves credit for making the match even better, was another example of Rodriguez's improvement, an improvement which makes her fit in better with an elite faction like the Judgment Day. It was not too long ago where Kevin Nash called out Raquel Rodriguez for working too small. Raquel even responded saying, "I fully take that to heart. If he thinks I'm working too small, then I'll start working bigger," and that's exactly what she's been doing. Number 6, SummerSlam hype. The WWE SummerSlam is almost here, and the show's new 2-night format means WWE can't waste a moment hyping it up. Fortunately, someone seems to have gotten the memo, with SmackDown hyped existing matches, announced new ones of Bliss and Flair vs. the Judgment Day, and added a street fight stipulation to Cody vs. John Cena. All good moves that should help fans commit to a 2-night event. And finally, some direction for the Wyatts. That's refreshing to see the Wyatt Six finally get some direction a year after their debut. WWE's booking of them has been inconsistent, with fans watching them disappear for long stretches or stuck watching their seemingly endless supply of cryptic videos. Now the Wyatt Six are tag team champions, WWE seems to understand they have to at least give fans an idea what the group's motives are, even if it's the same cliched pledge to purge WWE wrestlers' sins. Fans could be in for a long title run from the Wyatts, which means WWE needs to keep defining what makes the group tick. But that was good. What about the bad? It's number 1, WWE's wonky legal system. Wrestling fans have always been amazed at how the legal system works in WWE. Whether it's superstars tipping over ambulances with superstars in them with no legal consequences, or wrestlers torching opponents like a marshmallow and walking away scot-free, the legal consequences in wrestling are wonky on the best of days. So what to make of Cody Rhodes forcing John Cena to sign his name on the contract for the SummerSlam match? In case you missed it, Cody laid out John Cena and had him forcefully sign the contract. Now, is this something that's going to come back on Cody in the long run? With John Cena being a heel and trying to get out of the match anyway, what if he uses this to his advantage? What if John Cena argues that he wasn't in any mental capacity to sign the contract? This would make any title change at SummerSlam null and void because the match shouldn't be going ahead. We could definitely see Cody winning the belt and then John Cena arguing that the contract isn't valid, therefore the title change isn't valid. Could this also lead to Cody Rhodes breaking and turning heel? It's definitely something to think about. Number 2, MFT circling the drain. A SmackDown featured another bad night for Solo and his MFT, aka My Family Tree, as a supposedly fearsome 4-man faction was beat down by Jimmy Uso and Jacob Fatu. This was 4-on-2 and they still couldn't get the W. Now while Solo is funny, the group's booking has him looking like clowns, which is a surefire way to bury everyone associated with the group. Now there was nothing downright ugly, a good follow-up to last week's slew of shows and a good lead into SummerSlam. WWE avoided the filler and ensured every match set things up for next week's Blue Brand or the biggest party of the summer. What do you guys think of SmackDown this week? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Now first story looks like Cody Rhodes has already sold his soul. Now is Cody Rhodes really turning heel? Well, fans have been asking this for months ever since Cody's indecision to use the Undisputed Championship belt against John Cena led to the American Nightmare dropping the title at WrestleMania, but there's been a few hints that Cody Rhodes has already turned to the dark side and maybe sold his soul to The Rock, the first being his glasses. When does Cody Rhodes ever wear glasses, and why are they so similar to The Rock's pair? Is this a fashion statement, or is Cody Rhodes telling us something? But the main clues seem to be down to the watch that Rhodes was wearing. This is definitely the same watch that The Rock wore when he returned, not to mention the glasses. Next up, a new TKO policy enrages WWE employees. That's disturbing news for WWE employees, as TKO has reportedly revised WWE's long-standing severance package for employees. Workers who are let go will now have significantly less paid time as they look for new employment, with Fightful Select reporting you then get 2 weeks of severance per year of service. Previously, this was 1 month per year of service roughly. PW Insider also mentioned, in a major blow to company morale, WWE employees were informed this afternoon that going forward, they will honor TKO policy and receive 2 weeks worth of severance pay for every year they worked for the company, as opposed to a month's pay in the old WWE severance policy. This has led to other concerns, as there could be more WWE cuts coming. Now, as you might imagine, the recent change to WWE's severance package isn't going over well, but that's only part of the problem. Fightful Select's report on the revised policy also discussed workers' reactions. The reaction within TKO was one of disgust, with many of the employees less than 5 years frustrated. There was speculation among employees that believed that this was TKO getting ahead of potential cuts. However, that was just speculation and not something rooted in direct evidence. Now, these policy changes are definitely not a good look for TKO. And to be honest, it looks like the cuts have already occurred, as who is in charge of the graphics department for SummerSlam? They were awful. Next up, WWE announces more John Cena appearances. Now get ready for 2 more John Cena appearances, as WWE is letting fans know Cena will appear on the 5th September SmackDown and the 15th September Raw. Next up, Blood vs. Blood booked for SummerSlam. Now adding Blood vs. Blood at SummerSlam, as Raw General Manager Adam Pearce announced that United States Champion Solo Sikoa will defend his title against Jacob Fatu in a steel cage match at SummerSlam. Whether or not the cage keeps Solo's MFTs from interfering is the big question, but we all know what's going to happen. They're still going to interfere. Next up, Bayley's bad booking becomes a storyline. Well, looks like Bayley's bad booking has become a storyline, as fans of the role model were already furious when WWE pulled her from WrestleMania 41, and a loss to Lyra Valkyria on Raw means she won't challenge Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. It was reported in The Observer that they pushed Bayley being on a losing streak, so that's her storyline. Lynch came out for a face-off with Valkyria. As some fans believe WWE is preparing Bayley to turn heel, a move which seems abrupt considering she just turned babyface last year. Is it possible Bayley's losing streak will lead to an attitude adjustment, and if so, how does it fit in with our next story, as it could be Bayley versus Cardi B? Or could Bayley end up wrestling rapper Cardi B? The 32-year-old star is scheduled to host SummerSlam, and some recent social media messages have led to speculation that she might throw down with one or more WWE superstars. The buzz began after Cardi tweeted, "Listen Triple H, these girls try me." Triple H then stirred the pot with this reply saying, "I guess we'll see who steps to you in person at SummerSlam." However, the real excitement came when Bayley tweeted back saying, "I'm free," but Cardi fired back with some emojis saying, "Leave her at home." Could this lead to an angle or even a match? And if so, will Bayley count the lights for Cardi B, further driving her toward becoming a heel? I mean, we've already got Jelly Roll on the card, might as well add Cardi B on there as well. Next up, superstar safe after a scary spot on SmackDown. There's good news to report about Masked Man Axiom, as one half of Fraxium appeared to land hard on his back after being sent from the top rope onto the floor. Fortunately, Axiom's tag team partner Nathan Frazier had good news tweeting, "Axiom is fine," with Axiom confirming it. We're glad to hear that he's safe. Next up, a former WCW legend loses his leg. A former WCW talent Buff Bagwell, aka Marcus Bagwell, is recovering from an above-the-ankle amputation, the culmination of a 5-year battle to keep his leg following a devastating motor vehicle accident where he crashed his vehicle while impaired. Longtime fans will remember Bagwell from his long run in WCW as a 5-time WCW World Tag Team Champion and later member of the NWO. Bagwell mentioned in his video,
"I thought I was going to be able to get my leg back. I thought I was going to be able again to once fix it. Here I am sober now. I've got a relationship with Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. I got a great relationship with Stacey Brown. Let's fix this leg. And it just didn't happen.
It wasn't for lack of effort, as Entertainment Weekly discussed Buff's struggles. Bagwell says that it's been 39 or 40 surgeries, including knee replacements, flap surgeries, and extensive mechanism repairs. The report also ended on a bright note, saying in an interview with former wrestler Maven Huffman, Bagwell revealed that he doesn't plan to let his amputation keep him from the wrestling ring for long. You don't have to give up with something like this. This is something that I'm taking by the horns, man. I'm going to show the world that you can just have as good as a life with or without a leg. Now, according to the EW story, Buff has been sober for 3 years, and we send our best to Buff Bagwell for a healthy recovery and wish him tremendous success with his plans for the future. Next up, an injured SmackDown superstar returns to action. That's great news for fans of Kiana James, as a long-absent talent returned to action for a match on Main Event against Michin. Whilst James did lose a match, her return after a year-long injury-related absence hopefully means she'll be featured more on WWE television. Next up, Rikishi talks wrestling return. Rikishi has now offered his services to WWE as a new wise man to lead a reorganized version of the Bloodline. The man who once proclaimed he did it for The Rock said he's willing to do it for the fans if the stars are aligned.
Without a doubt, like I said, anything I can do to be able to be there to support, the family, and it's got to be right. You know what I mean? Again, I just don't want to be that person just thrown in. I mean,
Right.
But we definitely got to be hands-on how you gonna bring me in and, that part right there. But yeah, man, I do it for the fans.
Yes.
If the fans, they want me to back, hey, I need to hear it. I need to see it. I need to see it. I need to feel it. I need to see your signs up there on Monday Night Raw. I need to see your signs on SmackDown. Bring back Rikishi. That's what I need to see.
And do you think the WWE Universe is ready for the master of the stink face to share his wisdom weekly on WWE television? My guess is that he wants to move into WWE booking and give his sons an even bigger push. And finally, was that Samantha Irvin back in WWE? And last but not least, it appears the WWE Universe has seen the return of Samantha Irvin. While there was a female involved in a segment where she argued with Tongaloa about the alleged vehicular assault on the MFTs, it turns out it's someone completely different. The individual is indie wrestler named Alejandra Quintanilla. Ringside News provided background on her, saying Alejandra Quintanilla is an independent wrestler from the Texas territory. Over the years, she's wrestled for several promotions, including a past appearance on AEW Dynamite and shows for Ring of Honor. She also competes regularly in CMLL. But there you have it, folks, our look at SmackDown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.